like rocket fuel.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is Saquon Barkley. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Saquon Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The throw over the middle taken in. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To throw again on second down. Mariota. Open man is Higgins. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Giants' 14-yard line.
Here we go, D. One. It's just me and you.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Motion. Mike 9. Hey, we gotta get to 9. Mike 9.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame, there to get a hand in. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and I think those numbers are going to increase.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Sliding out of the pocket. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Play to win. Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Herbert under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
2nd and long. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Landry now on the return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Open man is Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt them deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. After 17-7 to score on EA Sports. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Now Landry. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Leonard Fournette looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Right here, right here.
Mike 9. One. Charlie.
On third down, Mariota going deep here for Landry. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big gain of 38 there on third down. On the run is Fournette. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and 11 at the 32-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Mariota, that's caught. It's Thomas. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left. And no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Giants take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. This is Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. 43 to Mike, boy. 43.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Go. Ready?
Throwing on third and long. Herbert, he's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That time Juan Thornhill, the rookie from Virginia, batting it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it.
Orbit.
On fourth down, Herbert. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Saints will have the football back. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up first and 10 at their own 42. They'll run with Fournette. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. From the gun, Mariota. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Landry, the intended target. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Yeah, baby, yeah. Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
I can't believe they even let you play.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 3. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 31 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Herbert under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
We got to seal. All day. Switch it. Come on, switch it. One. 9. Hey, let's get in them holes. 9. One. Hey, man.
Another try after the first down sack. Mariota, he'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And that's caught by Smith.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
One. Here we go. Out. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Snell top. Slam.
Again, it's Mariota. Going deep here for Landry. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jarvis Landry as the first half is winding down. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drops. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. Herbert. And the pressure gets to him again. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Mariota from the gun on third down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Mariota now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with it.
Now Fournette.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. Mariota now nearing the 300-yard mark with still under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Lorenzo Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Mariota to throw it. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Back to throw. Herbert, that's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
Hey, exit.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On third down, Herbert, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Got a man, Slayton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
First down, New York.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Makes the score Saints 39, Giants 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
No. Off. Kill.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now they'll run. Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The Giants on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Herbert, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Herbert, and he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 23 yards, the final tally. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. He'll take a shot for and it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Kill.
To throw is Mariota. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point up and good by Bullock as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
In your face.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Again, it's Fournette. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
I got it. Mike 9. Squeeze, double. He's coming. We got double up. One. Watch the twist.
Throwing, Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted. intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 30. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Bullock good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a nice gain there. It's going to be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
This is Murray. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Chopper. Check.
To throw Mariota. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 17. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He's checking. Crash.
Throwing here, Mariota. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Mike 9. Rabbit.
Mariota on 1st down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Come on.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So on 4th down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations. On 4th down, Herbert. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mariota here to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Staying open. 3.
Here's Mariota. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it'll bring up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, we got a seal. Stop your whining.
Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's how we do it.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New Orleans, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.